The Muscatine City Council will come to order. We begin this evening with a roll call. Fran?
Councilmembers Raywalt.
Here.
Nafig.
Present.
Fitzgerald.
Present.
Shahade.
Present.
Bynum.
Present.
Phillips.
Present.
Spread.
Present.
Very good, Fran. Thank you. Folks, would you rise and join me in our Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Forgot to put on my coat. Well, good evening, everyone. If there is anyone in council chambers that has an item or an issue they'd like to discuss with council, now would be the time to come to the podium. Very good. Item number 5, consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case, that is, the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes item 6A, items 8A, item 9A, filing of communications 12A through G, and tonight's bills totaling $3,306,755.61. Looking for a motion.
So moved, Your Honor.
Bill, and a second? Second, Tom? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Okay, dropping down to item 7, public hearing, proposed 2014 asphalt overlay project. This public hearing concerns the 2014 asphalt overlay project. Prior to any formal action by City Council, a public hearing is required. Now is the time for the public to comment. Is there any discussion on this item?
Close.
Motion to close, Scott. Second?
Your Honor. Second.
Second, Phil. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Dropping down to item 11A. Resolution for approving the plans, specifications, form of contract, cost estimate, and setting bid opening date for the 2014 asphalt overlay project. Presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution approving the plans, specs, form of contract, cost estimate, and setting the bid opening date for the 2014 asphalt overlay project. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So move.
Bob, and a second?
Second.
Second, Jeanette. Any discussion? This is a roll call, and we'll begin with Bob.
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
And Jeanette?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item B, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution reclassifying Iowa 92 from US 61 northeasterly to the intersection of Iowa 92 and 38. The City of Muscatine and the Iowa Department of Transportation negotiated a transfer of Iowa 92, that would be 4.12 miles, to the city for $13 million. The Iowa Department of Transportation is recommending the city change the functional classification of the corridor to a minor arterial route, which will make it easier to complete the Mississippi Drive corridor project and any future upgrades to Grandview Avenue. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Tom?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Phil. Any discussion? Also a roll call, beginning with Tom.
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
And Mike?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item C. Presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution changing the name of a portion of Cherry Street to Juniper Street. To improve the clarity of addressing, it is being requested that the name of the portion of Cherry Street that extends 167 feet past an intersection with 8th Street be changed to Juniper Street. This request will not impact the portion of Cherry Street that runs from Fifth Street to a point past Third Street. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So move.
Bob? And a second?
Second.
Second, Tom. Any discussion? Beginning with Bob,
Aye.
Osama,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Phil,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
and Jeanette.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item D, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution accepting completed work for the Security Improvements Gate and Camera Project at the municipal airport and authorizing final payment to the contractor. The bid for the project was awarded to FSS Incorporated of Illinois City, Illinois, in the amount of $79,136. The project has been completed and is ready for final acceptance by the city. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
I'll give that to Scott in a second.
Second.
Second, Osama. Any discussion? Beginning with Scott,
Aye.
Phil,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Jeanette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and Osama.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item E, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution setting a public hearing on the Urban Renewal Plan Amendment. This amendment will update the Urban Renewal Plan to reflect the Small Business TIF program. Prior to any formal action by City Council, a public hearing is required. This hearing will take place on Thursday, September 4th, 2014, at 7 p.m. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved.
Jeanette?
Second.
Second, Tom. Any discussion? And also a roll call, beginning with Jeanette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Osama,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Phil,
Aye.
and Mike.
Aye.
Did I begin? I began with you and Tom.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries 7-0. Item F, presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution accepting the low bid and awarding the contract for the Green Physical Needs Assessment. In June 2014, bids were solicited for the GPNA with a total of 5 proposals received. Staff is recommending the GPNA be awarded to AEI Consulting of Chicago, Illinois, in the amount of $6,900. There is $9,700 budgeted for this activity. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Tom? Second?
Second.
Second, Scott. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, could someone explain to me what this is, please?
Good evening, Dick.
Good evening, Mayor. Every 5 years, the Housing Authority has to do a needs assessment on its residential properties. HUD has recently came out with a new process for doing that, which they call Green Physical Needs Assessment. So recently, we had done a energy audit, which was completed last month. The energy audit will be combined with this needs assessment. The needs assessment will run over a 20-year span and determine what needs that the physical needs will have on the properties. There'll be a cost estimate with all of the needs or the renovations that are pointed out in the assessment. So it's a requirement by HUD that we do this. And of course, we had it in the budget, and it was at the budget meeting, and the budget amount was approved.
This is for city-owned units?
This is for the Clark House in Sunset Park.
Yeah.
And the energy assessment that you said was just completed, is that part of the
It
6,900?
ties into this, it kind of dovetails into it, but it's already been paid for and completed.
So
The
that's
same group is not doing the needs assessment.
Okay, so that's a different financial matter.
Yes.
AEI is a good company. I mean, for $6,900, the only thing they could possibly be supplying is boilerplate. If
Well,
that
this is a
makes-
brand new, it's a HUD tool
Yeah.
that they've been under development for 3 years in developing it. So it's a brand new thing. HUD wants housing authorities to combine their needs assessments so that they can see overall nationally how many dollars we're actually looking at down the road. Example, our roof at Clark House probably has another 10 years on it. We're probably looking at 60 to 70 grand to replace that at minimum. So, you know, we need to plug those numbers in there to see how we're going to get there in 10 years, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Anyone else, council? Very good. Thank you, Dick. Okay, this is a roll call vote, beginning with Tom.
Aye.
Jeanette?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
And Mike?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item G, presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Police Department to use grant funding from the Roy Carver Charitable Trust to purchase a second canine. It is staff's recommendation the department use the $15,000 grant to purchase a dual-purpose narcotics dog from, I will butcher this, Von Licke Kennel. The cost will cover the canine, the 6-week training program, and lodging for the handler. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So move.
Bob, and a second?
Second.
Osama, and discussion, Greg, I think you wanted to touch on this, did you not?
Yes, just a quick separate item. We heard today from the police department, Captain Snyder reported that H&I will be providing a $4,500 grant to cover the kennel and vehicle changeover costs for this second dog.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay? Motion carries 7-0. Item H, presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Police Department to purchase 8 TASER X26P units. In June 2014, the department purchased 8 of the units using the Justice Assistance Grant. Staff is now requesting authorization to purchase the remaining 8 TASER X26P units, along with the TASER Assurance Plan for each one from the TASER International in the amount of $7,494.40, excluding shipping. There is $14,400 budgeted for this purchase. The remainder of the budgeted amount will be used for necessary accessory equipment for the new TASERs. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
That's Scott.
Second, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Second.
Okay. Second from Phil. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item I, presented for City Council's consideration is a request to accept the grant agreement for the runway and taxiway reconstruction design only at the municipal airport. The city has been notified by the Federal Aviation Administration that the grant application for this project has been approved. The grant agreement will permit the city to complete pre-design and final design with a total federal funding allocation of $344,045 in preparation to begin construction of a new runway in 2015 and the taxiway in 2016. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
Osama, and a second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Phil. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. It is now time for item 14, communication from council members. Begin with Councilman Rewald.
Mr. Mayor, I probably should have brought this up a few items ago, but I think I would ask that you send thank you letters to the trustees of the individual trustees of the Carver Trust, thanking them for their support, and also to the HNI, whoever's appropriate at HNI, thanks for their help to the city. God knows we're always going to these companies and asking, and we can't forget to thank. So,
Sure. Very
thank
good.
you.
Phil.
But notice we've been spending a fair amount of money on the airport, which I'm happy to see. Having sat on that committee for numerous years, and Scott's on there now, I think, still. Some of these projects, for the gate, for instance, was a project we were talking about when I left. So it's good to see that they've come to completion. So that's all, Mayor.
Ah,
Tonight, thank you.
Osama?
I have nothing.
Bob?
Thank you.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Jeanette?
Nothing, thank you.
Tom?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Okay. Greg?
Just a quick follow-up, those capital improvements down at the airport are the large capital projects that are coming forward are the result of discretionary funds, which is the first time we've been able to utilize or capture. So that's a significant amount, around $4 million. So just, I agree.
And the continues to seem like they bless us with funding, at 90, 95,
90-10 now.
90-10 now. So, I mean, it's really been, it was 95-5 for the longest time, and depending on what organization you're getting money from will depend on what that percentage is, but I'm glad to see that we're still keeping the investment up. It's a good asset.
Anybody else? Fran?
Well, is anyone interested in attending the Iowa League Conference? I know it's in Council Bluffs. Is that where it's? Yeah, I've got one no and nothing else, and so just think about that. Might select
Who'd you get to know from?
the mayor, his honor.
Oh, okay. So the rest of the council's a bunch of slackers, huh?
Hear from you because September's not that far away.
I probably won't be going.
The
Council Bluffs.
The point is I've been 2 years in a row, and there is some valuable breakout sessions that I would certainly encourage any of the council members to take in, but if you can't go, you can't go.
Well, and I attended when it was in Coralville, and spending the entire, 3 days out there probably is a little more than what you need. But the breakout sessions were excellent.
Yes, yes.
So if you could just, if you're not going to answer me tonight, no pressure, send me an email and let me know.
Anything else, Fran?
That's it.
Okay, and I have nothing. Is there any other business, council?
No?
Is there a motion to adjourn? Is adjourned.